session we are solve some numerical from motion chapters. We have already derived the equation of motion and how can we apply the formula during the time of solving the numerical. So today I can solve some numerical from the topic or from the chapters motion. Okay, so let's start. Our first numerical, a simple numerical. We can start from a simple numerical. First one is, it is given a stone is dropped freely from the top of a building and it reaches the ground in 4 seconds. Okay, taking g equal to 10 meter per second square, calculate the height of the tower. So now we can explain the numerical first. Suppose this is the one tower, and from that part you can drop one object. So drop means, so when you drop the object, initial velocity is what? Initial velocity equal to 0. If the body is dropped from certain height, all the time students remember one point, the initial velocity should be 0. So in this case also it is given a stone is dropped freely from the top of a building. Okay, so building means, drop means the initial velocity should be 0. Now students, it is given it reaches the ground in 4 seconds. So time taken to reach the ground will be, it is given 4 seconds, and acceleration due to gravity it is given 10 meter per second square. We can apply the value of g equal to 10 meter per second square. Okay, and given calculate the height of the tower. So we have known quantity is what? Known quantity u equal to 0. T is given what? T equal to 4 seconds. Now student, g equal to, it is given 10 meter per second square. So now students, we have three formula. One is v equal to u plus at. Okay, now our target is what? Our target is to find the what is the height of the tower, means what is the value of s. So in this equation, v equal to u plus gt. This is the equation for what? This is the equation for velocity time relation. In this relation, there is no parameter in terms of displacement, so we are not using this formula for solving the numerical. So second one is what? S equal to ut plus half gt square students. So you know our target to find what displacement is. So you know what is the value of u and t and g and t. So it is better you can use this formula. And one thing students, since the body is dropped towards gravity, so that's why you can choose the second equation with a positive sign. So now students, s equal to ut plus half g t square. So according to our situation, initial velocity should be 0. So 0 into 4 plus half g equal to 10 and t equal to is given 4. So 4 square means what? 16. So the finally t 5 into 60 means 80 meter, and this is our answer. I think students, this numerical can clear your concept. So now students, it is better you can take one snapshot, then I can proceed to the second numerical. Okay, so now students, we can solve the second numerical, that is also from motion chapter. A body moving with a constant acceleration travels the distance 3 meter and 8 meter respectively in 1 second and 2 seconds. Calculate the initial velocity and acceleration of the body. So this is what? This is given the distance and time. So this is only is given the two parameter is what? Distance and time. So that's why we can use the second equation of motion, that is equal to s equal to ut plus half it square. Why students? S equal to ut plus half it square, s equal to ut plus half it square. This equation called the displacement time relation. So in this numerical is also displacement and time is given. So that's why for solving the numerical we can use the second equation of motion. So all of you know the second equation of motion, s equal to what? Ut plus half a t square. So now students, according to a situation, the first is given distance equal to what? 3, and you can find, and for when the displacement will be or distance will be 3 meter, at this moment the time will be what? 1 second. So t into 1 plus half a 1 square means 1. So this is the first equation of motion. According to the second case, when time equal to 2 seconds, the displacement covered by the body will be what? 8 meter. So we can use once again the equation S equal to what? 8. At this moment you can find, and time equal to what? 2 plus half A, 2 square means what? 4. So equation equal to 8 plus 2A, or we can divide in both the sides by 2, then equation takes the form 4 plus A. Sorry, that is a 2U, sorry, 2U plus 2A. 2U plus 2A, you can divide in both sides by 2, then 4 plus U plus A. And you can, if you in this equation also you can divide by 2, multiply with 2, then 6 equal to 2U plus only A. So this is the equation number 1 and this is the equation number 2. And by solving the two equations we can get the results. What is the value of U and A? So dear students, U plus A equal to what? 4, and 2U plus A equal to what? 6. We can solve minus, and that is equal to what? This will cancel out. So U minus 2U equal to 4 minus 6. Now student, that will be equal to minus U equal to minus 2, and minus is cancelled out. So U equal to 2 meter per second. So you can find what is the value of initial velocity. Now our target, what is the value of acceleration of the body? Simply dear students, you can put the value of U in this equation, then you can get the results. What is the value of A? So 4 equal to what? 2 plus A, then A equal to what? 4 minus 2, that is equal to 2 meter per second square. Now students, what is the value of initial velocity? That is equal to 2 meter per second, and acceleration equal to 2 meter per second square. Simply dear students, once again I can explain the numerical. A body moving with a constant acceleration means throughout its journey the acceleration will be remain same. Traverse the distance 3 meter and 8 meters respectively in 1 second and 2 seconds. Calculate the initial velocity and acceleration of the body. So if you dear students, we have three formula. One is V equal to U plus AT. So by this equation we are not find the value of displacement. Why? Because in this equation there is no parameter in terms of displacement. Second one is what? S equal to UT plus half AT square. This equation contain displacement and initial velocity and acceleration also. So this is the preferable equation for solving this numerical. And dear students, V square equal to what? Third equation, U square plus 2S. This numerical time is given, but third equation there will be no data or no parameter in terms of time. So that's why dear students, we can use second equation of motion for solving the numerical, and we can provide the two situation when time is 1 second, displacement 3 meter, and when 2 second the displacement 8 meter, and from these two parameter we can find the two different equation, and after that the solving the two different equation, and then students we can get the results. What is the value of initial velocity and what is the value of acceleration? It is better you can take one snapshot, then I go to the third numerical. Okay, now students, now you can solve the numerical number 3. Is very important. It is given here students, a body is thrown vertically upwards with an initial velocity of 49 meters second. Calculate the maximum height, and the second question, the time taken by it before it reaches the ground. Dear students, we can explain the situation, then after that we can apply the formula, then after that we can solve the numerical. Suppose this is the ground, and at this position the height will be what? 0. And you can throw the object from this point. Suppose this is an object, you can throw the object against gravity. Now dear students, when the particle or object, one thing dear students, very important point, and very important point, key point or focus point students, when the particle reach at the maximum height. Suppose dear students, this is my right hand pen, and you can throw the object, and when students this pen is reached at the maximum height position, the value of the final velocity will be what? 0. The final velocity will be 0. Why? So that's why the object is not moving in upward direction. When the particle reach at the maximum height position, then the final velocity of the object will be what? 0. Okay. So our first target is what? Finding the value of maximum height. We have thrown the object, this object with a velocity 49 meter per second. So this is what? This is the initial velocity. Suppose this is the position for, this is the position A, O, and this is the position A, and according to a situation, this is the position for maximum height. When the particle reach at the maximum position, the final velocity what? V should be what? 0. And students, since you thrown the object against gravity, so when you solve the numerical, A is taken what? With negative sign. So now students, which formula you can use for solving the numerical? You only known value is what? U, and it is given G equal to 9.8 meter per second square. G equal to what, students? 9.8 meter per second square. So only known parameter is what? Known parameter is what, dear students? U equal to 49 meter per second, and G equal to, students, what? 9.8 meter per second square. Only two known parameter is there, and from that part you can solve the maximum height attained by the body, students. Now students, we have three weapons or the three formula. First one is what? V equal to U plus GT. Second one is what? S equal to UT plus half GT square. And dear students, third one is a V square equal to U square plus 2GS. Now students, the equation contain time. So you are not solve this numerical by using this formula because height is not there, S is not there. Second equation, dear students, contain time. So this is also not possible to solve the numerical using this equation because we have no time. So we are not using this formula and this formula. So only one last one is there, that is V square equal to U square plus 2GS. So only known parameter is what? 49 meter per second, that is initial velocity, and you know the final velocity will be what? 0, because our situation to find the maximum height attained by the body. Since the body is thrown against gravity, so that's why you can use V square equal to U square minus 2GS. So V equal to what? 0 square, U equal to what? Given 49, so 49 into 49 minus 2G, G equal to what? 9.8, and when S equal to H max means maximum height, so that moment V equal to what? V equal to 0, 0 square equal to 0. Now students, our target to find the maximum height. So H max equal to what, students? H max equal to 49 into 49 divided by 2 into 9.8, students. So that will be what? 0, 10. So 49 into 19 means 2. So now students, you can cancel this 5. So now students, I think after that this will be what? 2.5. So 49 into 2.5 equal to what? If you calculate this one, 122.5 meter. So this is our answer. This is the maximum height attained by the body. So dear students, I repeat once again, if your target to find the maximum height attained by the body, then students, one important point or key point or focus point, students, will be the final velocity of the body will be what? 0. And now students, second part. Second part is very important and very crucial part and conceptual part. The time taken by it before it reaching the ground, dear students. You can throw the object with a speed 49 meter per second. And after that, dear students, reach at the maximum height and come back to the same situation, position means. So our target to means the time taken by it before it reaching the ground means the time taken for entire journey. So dear students, this thing means what? This is my right hand side and you can throw the object and come back to my hands. Means the time taken for its entire journey, students. So now students, time. Our target to find what? Time. So first we find what is the time taken for upward journey. You can throw the object. Suppose you can throw the object with the speed u. So since you thrown the object against gravity, so v equal to what? U minus dt. So journey time from O to A. So now students, you can consider this is a time t1. So this is the time t1 is what? For upward journey, means from O to the point A. So now students, when the particle reach at the point A, so v will be what? 0. So 0 equal to what? U minus gt1. So t1 equal to what, students? U by g. So u by g is what? U by g is the time taken for upward journey. Now students, for downward journey means A to O means A to O. At this moment, when the particle at the point A, for this moment only, the body is from this highest point drop, means at this moment initial velocity will be what? 0. And since the body is falling towards gravity, students, So that's why you can use v equal to what? U plus gt. Now students, we can call this is t2, and since the body from this point is dropped, so u should be 0. So v equal to what? G t2, and t2 equal to what? V by gu. And what students? U and v in this situation will be remain same. Why students? U and v remain same. Why? Because dear students, the height will be remain same, and at this moment the initial velocity, final velocity is 0, and from when the particle drop from this point, at this moment also u also 0. So that's why students, v and u will be remain same. So total time of journey will be what? Total time of journey t equal to t1 plus t2. So u by g plus v by g, and u and v are remain same, u by g plus u by g. So that is equal to 2u by g. So the time taken for the entire journey will be what? Capital T equal to 2u by g. So you know students, what is the value of u? U equal to what? 49. So yes students, now you can just put the value and find the answer. What is the time taken for reaching the ground students? So u equal to what? U equal to students 49. 2 into 49. G equal to what? 9.8. So students 10. So 49 2 is cancel out. So the time t equal to what? Time t equal to 10 seconds. I think dear students, is it clear all of you? The time taken for entire journey t equal to what? 2u by g. It is better you can remember this formula. Time t equal to 2u by g. This is the time taken for entire journey, or this is also called time of flight. This is also called time of flight or time of for entire journey. Dear students, the time of formula is what? 2u by g. So this is the time for upward journey and as well as the downward journey. And that's all for today's class. Thank you very much for watching this class. And dear students, before I finish my class, you just take one snapshot for the board, and it is better for your copying part.